So I think we can start. Yeah, welcome to our final webinar in this year 2020. And I just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Udo Schneider. So I'm working for Mirasys as a sales director. And as you have followed the last webinars, you know me already. So today we will gonna present to have a look back to 2020, what had happened this year. And we want also to give you a look into 2021, what we have in mind, what is our vision. So very welcome to everybody. So, and that I'm not alone doing this today. So I have two additional presenters. So first of all, Michael Schuh will join us a couple of minutes. So Michael Schuh is responsible for the product management. And Kaue Castellani is our head of marketing, so responsible for all the press releases, for the web pages, etc. So also Kaue will join us in a couple of minutes and present to you also some news from our company. Yeah, okay, let's start. Maybe you have, maybe there's a, yeah, let's say in that way, there is a difference today. So because we have no Q&A session at the end. So if you have any questions or do you need any clarification, please contact us at sales@mirasys.com so that we can answer your questions. And if it is a question that is related to everybody, so we can also answer, give this question to everybody who has registered so far. All right, today's agenda. So we want to have, first of all, a look into the main happenings in 2021. What has happened with Mirasys, what new initiatives we have done, and also what are the news from the VMS product point of view. And then the second section, we want also to give you our outlook into 2021 and beyond. So what do we have in mind on upcoming features, and what do we see as market trends at the end, so that you have a clear view of what will happen within the next 1, 2, 3 years with that. Okay, let's start with 2020. This was a very, very interesting year. So just to say, this little piece of whatever it is, mask, dominated our life. So we had this Corona situation, pandemic from the start of this year. And we found out that the life could be much more complex than we expected before. So we had a lot of lockdown periods in different countries. So we were limited in travel, and very interesting. So more and more people understood that they can work from home as well. So which is a nightmare for some of us if you have family with small kids and the kids are disturbing you. But on the other side, it could be also a very relaxed time. Because you do not need to travel to the office, and especially for companies, it was a great chance also to rethink what they are doing, to rethink how the operations is working, to rethink how the products are placed in the market, to rethink everything. And this was also a great chance for us at Mirasys. We have taken this chance and we have used the time during the lockdowns, during the springtime and summertime to rethink everything and check out what we can improve and what we can do. And a lot of results came out in 2020. We want to talk about this today. So sometimes very impressive, sometimes it looks like normal, but also it was a big improvement for us. So especially in operations and in the product portfolio. So let's have a look to this. All right, so first of all, I would like to start, where is my mouse? All right, I would like to start talking about the Cooperator restructuring. So the first idea was to set up a new position of Mirasys itself in the market. So as you may know, we are talking about now, or we're naming ourselves a deep vision data company. What does it mean? So when we are looking into the market and the changes that are coming into the market, especially also in the VMS market, we thought that we need to focus more on data. So we see video recordings, video live feeds as a data, as well as from different other devices which are related to video, for example, IoT devices or access control systems or whatever. Our idea is really in the future to make it easier for you, for the customer, and also for partners to use our VMS. So that means extracting maximal information out of the whole bunch of data that you are collecting in your security system or in your business system. What do we want to do with this? Deep vision does mean that we want to improve the security, first of all. That's the main reason. But deep vision, to have a deep look into the data, does mean also that processes, the security processes itself or the business process must be improved with our solution. Business opportunities must be set up so that you can use also the data that you are collecting from all the systems that you have together, and you can set up decisions, business decisions based on this data, because you have now results out of the collection, and you can set up a better decision for your business, for your own business. Another thing that is coming up is artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence on video and other devices is influencing the market more and more, and we must have to take a look on this as well. So this gives us also a deeper vision or a deeper look into the data that we are collecting. So from my point of view, I think this is a real good positioning, and we are working on this. And if you look later on our vision, you will see that we are very serious in this positioning, in this position that we have given to us, and we are developing our future VMS, our future software, our future features also into this direction. Corporate restructuring does mean also that we have moved our headquarters. So formerly we have had our headquarters in Helsinki. Now we are based in Espoo, in this lovely building called Technopolis. This is a kind of Silicon Valley in Finland. So a lot of startups are having their offices, their branches there, and they're working from there. Very interesting, this Technopolis is also very close located to the Aalto University. So a very sophisticated university with a lot of talent. So for us, it is very easy now in cooperating with this university to recruit new talents for new technologies, what we are doing right now as well. Because of the fact that a lot of technology providers are having the branches in this building as well, we have also now closer relationships to those guys, and we can build up new features, new functionalities based on new technologies. And finally, Technopolis is fitted with a Mirasys VMS. So this is our biggest test lab that we have right now. So compared to the former test lab, so now we have a complete campus where we can test all the features, all the functionalities, the new VMSs, etc., etc. So in a live environment. So for us, it is a great improvement. I mentioned about the talents that we have recruited. So yes, we did. So we start with Mika Vionola. He is now working as a sales guy in the Nordics, and I'm pretty sure that the Finnish partners are knowing him very well right now. So he has a good record with Mirasys in the past, moved to some other companies, but now he is back, and we are very proud that he has joined the team. Joni Mertonen and Rashi Nagar has joined us for quality assurance, so they are taking care that the software that we are delivering all the features that we are delivering are tested and that they're working fine, that there are no bugs inside. So we are very proud that they have joined us as well. And finally, also Tapio Koistinen has joined us. As far as I know, Tapio has also a good record with Mirasys in the past, so he's back. So and we are very happy and proud to have him back on board in our team. So and Tapio is more product related, so he's working on how the products needs to be developed, etc. So welcome to our team. We have also a couple of other team members who are joining us right now. So you see we are growing and we are using this time also to grow. But maybe in a later webinar, we will present them to you. Okay, and then finally also our head is brand new. So Eric Kuzuki has joined us as our new CEO. Eric has also a very long history with Mirasys. He was driving Mirasys or is still driving Mirasys Brazil, and he's joined us now as a CEO to bring new ideas to the company, to drive us also in this visionary direction that we have. So also welcome on board, Eric. We are happy that you are together, that you are with our team. And then finally, this is brand new. We have a new shareholder. So FSM Group has joined us as a shareholder. They are a leading distributor in Finland. And we are very happy to have them on board because this is the first time that we have an professional shareholder. That means that he is very familiar with the with our market, and he knows what we are doing because he was also or he's still a long-time partner, reseller from us. So welcome on board. Okay. These were about the news at Mirasys from the restructuring. So again, we have a new strategy. So we are the Deep Vision data company. We have a new headquarter, really lovely. If you want to join us, please visit us. If the time is allowing this and Corona is allowing this. We have new talents on board. Welcome again. And we have our new CEO and our new shareholder on board. Also welcome, a very warm welcome. So, but we are not stopping in that way. So we have also started to rethink our communication. And I would like to hand over to Kaue right now, who is waiting and sitting there and wanted to tell you about the improved communication that we have. So I will switch him to live, to video. Okay, Kaue, it's your turn.
Thank you, Udo. Hello, everyone. As Udo well pointed out, Mirasys has been promoting positive change in the business and the strategy, which reflects in practically all the edges of the company. So Mirasys started 2 years ago to promote this digital transformation in the business, which impacts how we operate, how do we sell, how do we communicate, how do we support. And this year, particularly with the pandemic situation, we needed to accelerate that process, which of course provoked in very good initiatives. So let's move forward to see that. So yeah, this year we could launch a new looking good based on our new positioning. The platform provides a very rich experience for the online users interested in knowing more about Mirasys. So there you can find high quality content about Mirasys solutions. So technical informations, business cases, besides the intelligent tools to capture the leads interested in Mirasys VMS, which it is a change maker for us. As we know, the website, it is a key assets for our communications in order to get engaged our community with our news and our products.
Hey, Kaue, this is really good because this was the first time right now that we have a German microsite as well. So I'm very happy about it for my region.
That's great that you mentioned that, Udo, because we, of course, we are aiming to expand for other languages. because we know that Mirasys operates in over 40 countries in the world. And besides the language that we have currently, we are going to next year to expand to more and more to have those customized to local regions strategically for the business.
Oh, that's great. So also an invite for our partners maybe to support it in that way and help us to create new microsites in their own language.
For sure, for sure.
All right, great. Okay.
Moving forward.
Yep.
So we, in addition to the website, we also expanded, we diversified the communication channels. So seeking to be more present in the online channels and also in all the platforms where our community are. So we have been spreading Mirasys information in different formats. So from graphic materials, such as brochure and data sheets, to weekly newsletters, automated emails, blog articles, and social media content. So the idea here is our goal is to be direct and clear in our communications to our partners and customers, bringing them together to be closer and with the contact and interaction with us.
Oh, this means also for our partners that co-marketing is now a little bit easier, because in former times we were concentrating on trade shows and conferences, etc. And now we are going more and more into the online direction. So is this also an invitation for our partners to share the marketing together with us?
For sure, for sure. I think the strategy to combine efforts and reinforcing the positioning, the Mirasys VMS as an open platform, which is integrated several manufacturers, hardware manufacturers in the market. It is important that each of them, integrated with Mirasys, provides a different solution for specific markets for the industry. So next year, we are going to see more and more co-marketing activities, webinar, white papers, video series with those partners, with the key partners, to show and to present those solutions to the market.
Sounds good. Okay.
So next, okay, as a continuation of this strategy, we also have been investing a lot in the educational content. So besides the training that we provide to the partners who request the training, we are also in a proactive way promoting webinars and web series, producing videos aiming to, of course, to ensure that our partners and our community have up-to-date knowledge about the features, the new features of our VMS, the new plugins, the new integrations. So this year, we promoted a strong agenda of webinars. So including this one, we hosted 10 webinars along the year. We also produced and we launched a video web series on our YouTube channel. So for example, the tips and tricks videos, there you can find and see advice and tips about new features or even the old features of our VMS. And of course, what we intend here is to our partners and customers get all of our VMS. That's the goal.
Okay, perfect. I would like to invite our partners as well here. If you have ideas for webinars or you have a business case that we can present for you, or you want to join these webinars, you can do this you can do this as well and contact us. And I think also very important is to mention the training sessions. I think this becomes more important in the next year. Is it correct?
Totally. Totally. As you just said, Udo, all that effort, it is a collaborative effort with our partners. So getting insights, feedback from our community, it is very crucial for us for improving our communication, improving our events, our content. And next year, we continue this track with more and more online presence, producing high quality content, and of course, looking for more proximity and engagement with our community.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you, Kaur, for this short and quick look into the communication path that we have. And I'm pretty sure that the one or other partner is really keen right now to join us. So I invite again everybody to join us in that way and to be more present together, because your success is our success, vice versa. So let's do it. Let's rock it. Okay. I would like to continue with the VMS development, so what we have done so far and what our vision is. So, and as I said, I have Michael on board right now, so I switch over to you. Just a second, Michael. Okay, everybody can see you. You should unmute your microphone and then please give us an introduction into what we have done and what will come.
Thank you, Udo, and welcome everybody. Yes, it was a very turbulent year in all directions, not only in the organization, on sales market, also marketing. Everything is changing and we have to adjust. Working from home is a new situation for many of us. So I will tell you a bit about what the development side this year did. And it was a very strong year for us. Maybe it was because we could focus more stronger from working from home to get the product forward. Next slide, please.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Yes, so you see, we had this year a new record of 12 releases in 2020. And this is really extraordinary because the years before we had long roads with only 1 or 2 releases. And now we were proud to release 3 of the last version 7 releases this year. And just as a reminder, you were informed already that version 7 is going end of life. So this was also our latest releases on the version 7, sorry. And we had 8 releases on the version 8. And this shows already that we did a lot of work in this direction and a lot of features. And we came up in the middle of the year with a version 9, which is based on the version 8. So it continues with all the features. And we had already 2 releases of the version 9. So in total, 12 releases, including a lot of new features and new directions, because now also the user market had to adjust to this pandemic situation and required new features. You remember the occupancy dashboard, the fever measuring via the cameras, but I come more into details on the next slide.
Yeah, I think this is a big thank you to our development team, because they had done a lot of efforts and with a lot of enthusiasm.
Okay, so what in detail? I can't go even in all the features, but when we think about the plugin strategy, what we have at Mirasys since over 10 years already, meaning that you can have separated applications inside the Spotter application for your desktop. And there, the very strongest thing we did just in the last release was the person search, that we can utilize the CPU power of the client to search through existing material and search for persons. And we see this a lot, that, like Udo said, the AI is coming stronger and stronger. So we implement more tools like this. The thumbnail search got also in the Spotter player now, which makes the Spotter player and the Spotter very capable as a forensic workstation. So we are already separating a bit what is a client feature, what is a backend feature. There was a lot of work done also on the backend, but still on the front end, we did improvements on this thumbnail search. We did improvements on the browser. You can now zoom in the browser pages. Also, we have improvement on the map. There is a lot of things which change, that you can change the colors, for example, from the cameras, or the size of the icons. A lot of things changed. Alarm search also. The carousel got even better. So a lot of improvements on the Spotter side, with the plugins. The spotter also has at the beginning of the year a very strong feature, which is also AI related, is face blurring, where you can guarantee that a standard user cannot see the faces, or you can export also material without seeing the faces. This is certainly in Europe to follow the GDPR, but it is a worldwide requirement from the security side to fulfill the privacy of people, not to disclose suddenly in a YouTube video a face of a person and he doesn't agree to be seen there in a video. PTZ control was also improved, text channel data, profile search. We have now the opportunity to search in the profile trees for large installations where you have hundreds or thousands of cameras and you just know the name of the camera. You can very easy jump there to the right device item. The storyboard was also a very successful story for the spotter, because it enables a lot of possibilities to export material and create like a little movie almost with comments, so it can very easy export it as evidence and provide it for court, because it is also watermarked certainly. And we did also some new features with the bookmarks to make it easier to navigate in the vast video footage.
It's very interesting. So I see a lot of themes or topics for future webinars here. So maybe we can start to do a webinar per week. But honestly, this would be exhausting. Very interesting stuff, Michael. Very interesting stuff.
Yes, and when you just mentioned the future webinars, I just want to remind also a lot of this information and more even you can find on our YouTube channels, where we made these tips and tricks, and this is still constantly increasing, and there it would be a very good place to make small videos about each features. AVM, we know this is this digital video metrics. We improved also there because we have big installations which required a bit adjustment. The monitor manager is a bit similar, coming with the spotter as standard, and the alarm monitors that you are allowed to dedicate one external monitor for popping up alarms in certain sequences. So there was also a lot of improvements done. Spotter Player mentioned already, also as a forensic tool. The thumbnail search was added, and we will add there also in the future features which makes it easier for somebody who exported a material to do, even in this export, good forensic work and search the right information. The system manager as the administration tool got also a lot of improvements. We have this two-factor authentication via the mobile phone that was required from some markets. That's very new. We can have administrator groups, so that you can have an administrator which is only managing the users and another administrator which can only manage the devices. So there was a lot of improvement, and the HTTP command as a device. Earlier we did a workaround with our IO HTTP device, but now we have a much more sophisticated way, because we saw certainly that most of the devices are communicating with HTTP commands, and then it is very easy to have a simple device in your device tree. You click on it and this HTTP command will be sent, and you have a small kind of integration already. VCA changed also a bit in version 9 specifically. We implemented a new engine, which has also a new user interface, also already HTML based, and that makes it even easier to configure the VCA as it was earlier. Okay, next slide, please. So this was now, sorry, Udo.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead.
So this was a bit like what we did on the product side. Now when we think about the drivers, we did also a lot of work with OnWIF. We participated in the Plugfest, and we contributed to OnWIF blogs also. So we take a stronger role in this OnWIF community, because we see that this community requires our knowledge. And what are the problems with the integration of devices or clients? And we are basically on both sides. And we are planning also some new things on OnWIF, but I will come to this on later slides about the future. We did certainly more camera tests, though, not only on OnWIF, also on the native drivers, and we're permanently updating our native drivers to support the latest devices. And there is still an ongoing work. Additional integrations, certainly via the UDD, who knows this of you, the Universal Data Driver via text channel is a very strong tool, and there's countless integrations done in the last year where the partner only asks us if he has a problem. So it might be that we find out after half a year they have an amazing integration with a barcode scanner or with a weight bridge, and we didn't even know about it because it was just they used our documentation and made it by themselves, and then maybe if there's a small problem it pops up in our support and we are surprised, and then try to get a use case out of it, or a case story. Then other the proxy integrations, this is also a bit new. Since 2 years we are doing this kind of things. This is if a device requires permanent communication. So we are developing an own service for these devices, and then we can receive metadata and react on it. For example, for ANPR integrations or other metadata coming from a device. And this is getting also a stronger forward. And I will talk about this in the future on other slides later a bit more. We have there also, for example, several radar integrations we did this year. This was quite interesting. Unfortunately, some of them are classified because they're military graded. So, but if you're interested, just contact us and we can tell you how we could integrate or to what we are integrated already. A lot of Internet of Things devices, certainly, they can also communicate with our UDD text channel. And it is going strong forward in this direction to really be an open platform and enable every device to communicate with us. Then the more deeper integrations, SDK based. The Gateway SDK is certainly our oldest and best integration possibility, which certainly requires development. So it's not so easy just to put in an afternoon an integration together. You need development skills. And we have also on the spotter side this HTTP API, which allows you to control the spotter remotely. And there again, from the slide before, you remember this HTTP commands. So you could basically with a mouse click control an external spotter via HTTP command. This is all possible. If you're interested, please contact us. We are open for every integration you require.
Yeah, that's very interesting. So from the sales point of view, so I'm now in 6 years or 7 years with Mirasys right now, and this was one of the exciting years where we have done a lot of integrations together with our partners. So I would like also to invite from a sales point of view all partners who have these capabilities to think about how they can improve the business of their customers by doing some integrations with our tools. That's very interesting and very amazing.
Yes, that's correct, Udo.
Okay.
And then at last, I want to mention about one more thing: the public web API. There is a new way to integrate via HTTP API. So if you're interested, we did already some PSIM integrations and customized solution. So that's also very strong. Okay.
Yeah, let's move to the new models.
Yes, as you remember, Udo made already in the last webinar commercial presentation of the separation, and you also know that we have actually only one software installation package. So only via the license you enable if it will be a Spotter Base, a Spotter Pro, a Spotter Enterprise, or a Spotter Enterprise Plus. This is a huge advantage for our installers. Certainly, they don't have to travel around and download a lot of packages. It's always the same. And then just with the license, it will define what the customer really wants. There is certainly a feature difference, but if you are interested, you can look into the webinar from Udo. There is all the specifications in there.
Okay, perfect. Also domains tailored sales, so you can really tailor the solution as your customer budget is requiring or the requirements are. Very interesting. All right, so very impressive, Michael. So far, what we have done in 2020. If I'm looking into that, what has been done, so it looks to me as we had spent 24 months instead of 12 months. So, but let's have a look and outlook to 2021. So, as I mentioned before, so we are talking about a deep vision data company. So we are talking about now openness of systems, as you mentioned before. We are talking about cloud-based solution, which is a trend right now also in the market. We mentioned already artificial intelligence, data intelligence. So, Michael, tell us, what do we have in mind about this?
Yes, now it gets really exciting because this is the future, and the future looks always better than the past. So let me first start with some short-term visions we have where we want to go from the technology. I mentioned here the HTTP communication. When we look in cloud computing and microservices, then it is clear that every element of a software has to be as small as possible. And for those of you who work a long time with our software, you know we have basically these 3 services, and we plan to cut these services into smaller pieces so that they are better scalable and platform independent also. At the moment, it is running only on Windows, but after this process, we will be able to deploy on Linux, in cloud operation systems, and wherever you want it. And so we need to enable this communication between the services to be on a standard and provide APIs for each service. And the communication will be on HTTP or HTTPS. What will be the payload, if it is JSON or some other data format, this is still discussed, but we are going forward in this direction. Then with the metadata storage, it's also very clear that, like Udo said, with our vision that we want to store more metadata of all kinds of devices. We want to describe the video scene, but also get the metadata from Internet of Things devices. So we need also a good architecture for this data storage, because certainly as close as possible to the device, there can be a lot of data traffic and a lot of data, but then to the end user, it depends really on his target, what he wants to achieve, how much data he needs. So there we are working a lot, how we can group or modify metadata and get more usage out of it. Then also when we move into this cloud architecture, it will be possible to deploy our software in the cloud, and that enables our partners to create their own service portal, for example, and yeah, have an online platform for the customers to add cameras, remove cameras, access the footage certainly, and also use all the tools. We will have, like I mentioned earlier, no new ONVIF ideas also, where we will also our products make visible as an ONVIF device, because there is a strong need that other devices or integrators want to apply an own AI library. So they want to treat our VMS like an ONVIF device. So we will also come with something like this. And then certainly all the user interfaces, the work will go a lot in HTML5 based user interfaces, that it's also platform independent. You can then from your mobile phone or an Macintosh, Linux, wherever, you can access all the important data. Oh, you might have seen.
Yeah, sorry. That's very interesting, because this does mean we don't need any Java anymore, right?
Yes, yes, this is very important. Yes, you know exactly the key points. This is good. We will come also with more Grafana dashboards. For those of you who tried the Grafana dashboards, please look on the Grafana page. We are always publishing new ones and specialized for certain needs. And if you have a demand, we can also take this on board and make maybe a special dashboard out of it to represent the data. And then there is also a possibility to go even further with Grafana to say it is monitoring a certain threshold and then creating alarm, sending it back to the VMS. So this is also possible. But as you see already, this is more like business intelligence and not so much a classical security feature. And but it goes very well along with our strategy to go more into the data business, and there Grafana is a very strong tool.
Yeah, unfortunately, it costs nothing from the sales point of view, but very, very sophisticated tool out of my experience, and I'm very keen to see what additional dashboards we will have in future.
Yes. One more thing we will have in the near future is the GISMAP integration in the Spotter that we, or also then in the HTML5 client, that it is easier to navigate via maps, and there could be, for example, also 3D buildings. So you could zoom in and go on each floor and see where is what camera and just click on it or hover with a mouse over it, and you will get the live view of it or jump into the playback. So everything just to make it easier to work with our software.
Great.
Okay, next slide. This is a bit more long-time vision. And here I categorized only into three groups, the backend, the front end, and basically the installation or usage of AI. And it's not only AI, which is rattling the market at the moment. It's also a lot, quantum computing is coming a lot from Canada. Basically, there's a company who is commercializing this. And if you have time, look into the articles, what it provides. It is a different approach of solving problems, and earlier known problems which couldn't be solved with conventional computers, they start to be in reach to solve. I know Volkswagen in Germany, the car manufacturer, is using it already for traffic routing. Because as you can imagine, traffic routing is something very complex when you get all the data in from every traffic light, how much traffic jam there is. And a conventional computer can't compute this anymore. And same things will come in the security or data warehouse industry, that it just gets too much. You can't compute this anymore, all the possibilities. And quantum computing offers a possibility with just a simple call via the internet to solve your problem. And we don't see yet where will be the use cases. We know that encryption is very strongly recommended by quantum computing because it's unbreakable, because a conventional computer can't calculate this and you can't reverse engineer it. So there will be a lot of things. And then certainly also our VCA is based on AI, and we will have other components which will utilize this artificial intelligence just to make things more effective and self-learning also. Then on the front end, we looked also into drones already. We had a very interesting prototype. We made a small competition inside the company, and we were able to integrate a toy drone, which were using a DJI interface, and there is an SDK also for it. So we could control the drone, fly it around, receive the stream, and make it even react on certain paths. And we see a huge potential there for our security partners who traditionally send a security guy there to walk through a big hall, for example. And instead of that, they could just start a drone, fly around, and confirm that that they made a check at 3 o'clock at night. So there's a lot of potential there. And then also in combination with new user interfaces, we looked into virtual reality and augmented reality and combinations of this. And there is a lot of things how we can improve the usage of video management system and representing data in an efficient way. And last but not least, we will also adjust our installer and make it more self-learning, meaning it will find all the cameras in your environment automatically and make like an own wizard for the UI. We know this already from Microsoft Word, for example, that you will not be presented with all the features in the user interface only if you have something specific. And this is basically how we will change our user interface as well. It is self-learning and adjusting, because we found that we have a different group of users. We have the professional ones who use really all the features, but we have also people who look into our user interface only once a month. So it has different requirements, and we're working very strong on it to have the best user interface on the market.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Michael.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so just to wrap up, we had an exciting year in 2020. So not only talking about this little mask and that we need to wear and our restrictions, you have seen that we have not wasted the time together with you. And we have spent a lot of time into improving our operations, improving our company, as well as our software. And you have seen also that we have a clear vision. So honestly, this vision is not based on our ideas, honestly, but it's reflecting that what we got from you, our dear partners, our dear customers. And that's the message, the final message I wanted to give to you before we start into the Christmas period. First of all, I would like to thank my two presenters, Michael and Kaue, for this good presentation and for the details that you have shared with us. So I do hope that our partners have a lot of ideas, a lot of, and have also felt this enthusiasm that we have in the company. I want to thank also the whole Mirasys team for this exciting year. As I said, I'm very proud to be part of this team, of everyone who spent his time in the company more hours than expected, and also sometimes with a lot of enthusiasm. Really great job. But at the end, it is you, the partner, the reseller, the customer, who is driving our business. And I just want to give you a big thank to you who are our partners, who trust in Mirasys, who trust in our products, who are trusting in our team, who are getting the support and honor this with a lot of with a lot of business on one side, but also with a lot of critical ideas and a lot of new ideas. I thank you also, dear partners and dear customers, for your passion that you are spending your time for bringing you and Mirasys to the business. And I would like to say, everybody, it does not matter if it is customer or if it is partner or if it is Mirasys team member, is part of the big Mirasys family. And I think we can be proud of this when I see what has been done in the last year and what will be the future. So I'm very interested to see what will happen in 2021 and 2000 and beyond. So at the end, I want also personally thank everybody for joining the couple of webinars that I have held this year. So I do hope it was reflecting exactly that what you need. It was answering a lot of questions and also driving your business. And I do hope to see you in the next year with our new webinars, maybe driven by your ideas or by your business cases. So you are welcome to join us. And finally, you see it on this slide. I want to wish everybody a very nice season, nice Christmas days. There will be maybe different than the last year. So as I know, in most of the countries, the visit capabilities are limited, so you cannot see all the family. But I think, I'm pretty sure you will join it anyway. And I will wish you a peaceful Christmas, a relaxing Christmas, and I'm very keen to see you next year again, to hear you next year again, and to support you next year. So all the best until we see us again. Stay healthy. Cheers. Bye-bye.